not just from like working.
So he overcame a lot of struggle. Hey, Ian, you did it.
Suck my penis.
La-di-da-di-da. Slap-a-di-da.
I'm
So
sorry.
even that power, it wasn't
Just,
enough.
like, work
Sorry,
on
the
3
recording.
jobs or something.
Yeah,
There's a
go
lot of
on about
jobs.
your awesome political conversation.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like I know people who work 3 jobs, but they, haven't had the fortune to, not have accidentally had 3 kids at like 25, 27, and 29. If you just didn't have those 3 kids at that age, you would be able to make a lot more money.
Good luck with that.
Oh well, if only, right? If only like you could you had the free power to like make choices and get an abortion if you don't want to have a kid before like you're financially ready to. Like if we only had that option, right? But like we don't.
Do you want
Because the ultra rich
feeling-
people.
If you don't want the kid, then don't have the kid. Well, like not like that, but like if you don't want the kid, then put
Kill
him up for
them.
adoption.
Yeah, but it's like by the time you have the kid, most
save-
people don't want to get rid of their kid.
I would.
At 2
If
weeks
you
or
don't want
4
the
weeks.
kid, then I would just.
Do you know?
Put him up
But
for
you've never had a kid.
Dude, let me
That's
fucking
basically
say.
When? But I'm saying like by the time.
Oh, motherfuckers.
You don't have to fight her again, dude.
No, I don't know why I'm double saving.
Okay, I didn't know.
You guys can go on.
But it's like, I like think of what I'm trying to say. It's like, wow, it's scary.
Dude, that
You know,
was like the biggest.
A mother, when their child is 2 weeks along in the pregnancy, they're thinking, okay, well, I haven't even noticed this thing is my body. I have no issue killing it. But once they have the kid, are they just gonna feel okay giving it away?
Well, it's not like you're killing the kid; you're just giving it away.
And do
Yeah,
you
what
know
do you
what
guys
happens to
think is
kids
better?
in the fucking foster care system?
Personally,
You know how
it's
fucked up those
like-
kids are?
I think
Like,
you
it's
don't
better,
worry about
honestly, to get an abortion. Because, like, I know a lot of adopted kids and stuff.
Mhm.
And most of them, I do, think they're really chill.
I
And
know
I don't
some-
think it's like they should die.
No, because
But-
once you're already alive, you can't.
I know some
kill
really
somebody.
fortunate adopted kids.
But I'm just saying, I know, that's like 1 in 1 million. Not really.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we live in a pretty fortunate area.
Yeah.
Like where this circle where we live is not indicative of everything everywhere else.
Because,
really-
like, my rich entrepreneur friend adopted 2 kids from, like, China.
Mhm.
And it's like, there were thousands of other kids there. And it's like, he purposefully picked the most, like, kind of screwed up kids. But that's, like, so rare. That never happens anywhere else.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. And, I am, like, I think more on the conservative side of things. But I do believe that it's better to get an abortion if you know you're just going to put that kid up for adoption and potentially ruin their life. I don't know.
Exactly, because more often than not, you're just going to. Oh, you can only take. Oh, you get an infinite amount. Oh, cool. But it's like you should put some in the box.
Put a dick in a box.
But yeah, I feel like.
I heard that.
Shut the fuck up, Tyler. Christ. I feel like. Sorry, Tyler. It's like. Why do the people. So, most Republicans. I mean, all politicians are ultra rich. But there's a lot of Republicans who are very greedy. And I feel like they just don't like poor people. Most of the time.
What do you mean by that?
So they claim to be religious, but evidently they're not because of all the sins that they commit. So they really aren't that committed to religion. But they want to enforce abortion. And I feel like that kind of forces people even down lower into the pit that they're already in. Like,
See, I don't.
I feel like Republican politicians can't be making decisions that they are just because it benefits rich people. And then, trickle down economics will happen. It's because it benefits them, and it is a detriment to the people that they think are below them. 40
So why do you
left.
think? I know Hotland is honestly cancer.
I mean, maybe I've been indoctrinated by the left or
Well,
whatever.
I'm just like,
But like,
I don't know. I don't personally believe that because it's like I don't see how it'll financially benefit them.
well, they're just bad people. I feel like they're,
It seems to one.
evidently, Donald Trump, egotist, psychopath. I mean, literally a sociopath, right? Like he did nothing to benefit poor people. in his presidency.
I disagree with that. I think he did a lot for the
stopped
job.
immigration, which, all right, look, immigration is technically a good thing most of the time because it's not people going, "Viva la revolution, Allahu Akbar, I have a bomb." That like never happens.
I know that's not the. That's like not.
But that's what all the Republicans don't want happening. But that doesn't happen.
That's what all the fucking gay Republicans think.
But all that, all right, look, but like the minorities are the ones that speak the loudest, right?
I mean, I guess.
You're talking, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the guy with the small face who's really funny. I don't remember what his name, but they're all retards, and they're always like, yeah, trans people are like bad because I don't like them.
Can we pause real quick here?
Sure.
I'm so happy Alfie's is not in this part.
Dude, that rules, because she's
Right.
like the worst part of
It's
this
like
game.
pause. Oh,
I guess you gotta do fights instead,
That's a good time.
but this is fun.
I'm
You're
sorry.
having fun.
Continue.
Oh shit. I lost my train of thought.
One shot.
We're talking.
Look,
You're talking about. See, I don't know. That's something that's like, no offense, parents,
Mhm.
that it's like they're more on the conservative side, and I'm just getting very tired. I mean, people on the left do the same for different reasons, but I'm getting very tired of just shitting on people all the time. It's like, I don't fucking care if a person is transgender if they're not bothering me.
Yeah.
If they're being a fucking retard.
I like one of the Family Guy funny moments that I like a lot is this trans lady sitting in a bar like watching porn, and the bartender's like,
69.
"Holy shit!" And then the bartender's like, "You can't do that. This is a bar." And she's like, "Oh, actually, I'm
Oh, yeah.
transgender." And it's like, "Oh, okay. Do whatever you want all the
See,
time."
I hate that. I don't think we should be like that.
I feel
I
like
don't think we should suck
just
anyone's
politicians in general. Oh, is all this shit just off?
dick. Yep.
I guess it's puzzles. All politicians in general are either on the radical right or the radical left.
Yes.
Like-
I don't like that. I think we need more. I'm not saying like.
We need people who are
libertarian,
who are left leaning and right leaning, so that way there are checks and balances. And it's not people who are like, I think that we should outlaw abortions because my book says so.
I think we should have more people like me.
Yeah,
Like, who think like I do.
See,
I'm on both sides.
I really don't like.
like people
the-
who are say independent or like not just people who not identify, but people who are Democrats or Republicans or just like have people who are in different parties that even like have a chance, right? Oh, that's kind of good.
Is that better than ours right now?
It's definitely not more damage. I don't think.
I don't know. Like, I hate the idea that it's like it either has to be free abortions for everyone all the time, or no abortions ever.
Yeah,
Like,
because
why can't we have a middle ground?
Like you pay like $50 for abortion.
Because
like
like,
that, I think.
Like, I mean,
see, I feel like that's tough because I think more poor people generally tend to get abortions, but I feel like then like rich. Oh, holy crap! That's
Well, I mean,
so
like,
much better.
Plan-
That's really shitty.
Ours, the pan is so much better. But I feel like
Yeah.
there are a lot of rich people who totally abuse that and just
Yeah,
constantly
and
get
just get an abortion wherever they
abortions.
want, right?
Plan B is super expensive. So like,
A Plan B is like, I think a Plan B is $50, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
insane.
that's a lot of money.
And
But
I don't-
that's
a lot of birth control.
that's not
is
for
not good
that's
for
not
you too.
an abortion though. That's for use after you had
I know,
sex
it
and you
kills
like that the
everything.
condom broke.
Yeah,
or
it
something.
kills everything.
Like if you just were able to like make Plan B more accessible, like
Like they need to make Plan B better.
in what way?
Like, I mean,
People just need to stop having sex.
Yeah, we just fucking call me just got the
Stop.
laws.
like
No more
imagine
sex.
you're like a fucking 13-year-old teenager. Like you don't know how condoms work. You put it on, and then it breaks or it falls off,
I like this
and you
puzzle.
keep going because you don't know anything, and then you come in her, and like, what do? Plan B's $50. You can't afford that.
When you're 13,
You're broke.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell your parents.
Mhm.
You need an abortion now. Well, that's too bad. You can't pay that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very complicated.
And it's like,
Or I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not sure
no.
how people feel about this,
oh no.
but it's like I almost feel like there should be a limit.
On abortions, you
Yeah.
mean?
But
Oh,
I
wow.
kind of don't want there to be now. I feel horrible. These are like my favorite characters.
These guys are cool.
They're so relatable.
Hey, bro.
Thank you.
They're fucking gay, like me. I
Like,
like the beats.
I don't know. It's like I almost think there should be a limit. I think that might fix some of the problems, but then that just
People-
feels
I think-
retarded.
Well, see, the places that we have a lot more teenage pregnancies are the places that are uneducated
And yeah,
due to their school systems being overly religious and not teaching sex in schools.
or just the school being stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually they're not
Or
teaching, they're not
they don't
teaching sex
even-
ed because of religious reasons.
Or they don't even go to school.
Like
or
the
whatever.
more sheltered schools have the most amount of people that have sex in like high school.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
The private schools.
They have the most
You mean like
money.
private schools would have people who have
When
more amount of sex?
you
Yeah.
fight a
When you hold
Saiyan,
back-
Bro, like all the rich schools are really, really bad for that.
when you fight Saiyans,
Where are we
Right for.
on? One?
I think it says cancel right before you're on.
Oh, cancel. Okay.
And look at it again. Oh,
I don't want to.
fine. Okay.
Okay.
Not that one.
I don't know how I'm gonna kill 40 people.
It's a lot of people.
Like,
Can't you just go do Metaton like right now? Because all the elevators are open.
no, because Militan's later. Is in the core, which I think is a separate section.
Oh. That has its own like number of enemies you have to kill.
I believe so.
I just want the ones that's got like the Royal Rockets or whatever.
Yeah.
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 I think they should tax like,
Oh, this is
or they should like slow down on the taxes, but like also like have them there, but just not like slow down. Like
See-
some people think like crazy tax. I'm like nah, but like free healthcare would be crazy if you tax like.
Yeah. Do you know how much taxes will rise if we have free healthcare?
I just
Exactly.
honestly,
Not
I don't
even-
really. I'm not sure if free healthcare would just be feasible. I'm not even sure if like.
There's just so many people here.
I know. All right. Holy shit.
I mean, that's
Sakes.
kind of because there's not free healthcare. Like abortions probably are part of it.
Well, yeah, that could be a part of it, but I feel like there's also a lot of people who just choose not to get an abortion in most cases. You know?
That's not my problem.
Yeah. I know. But it's like we're just a bigger country than like say Sweden, and that has like what 3 million people. I have no idea. I don't live in Sweden. But
It's a very
like,
small population, because like that's.
it's a very small country and it's a very wealthy country. So it's going to be a lot easier for them to make free healthcare.
Like they're a bigger country.
I know people like point that out, and it's like I do agree that like their education system and stuff like that is like incredible, but it works for them. They're like a nicer people. They're more understanding a lot of the time, and they are very wealthy.
That might be a product of the
There's 10 million people in Sweden.
because like our school system here is so trash. Like
It's really bad.
teachers
Really
are paid
bad.
like 20,000. That's barely anything.
But
Mhm.
the thing, it's like school is, like you make more money as a worker, but stuff like school is more expensive and mandatory. So it's like, I
That's not a
believe.
bad thing.
No, but it's like, people are like, oh, they make so much more money, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but there are kind of trade-offs.
You have to pay a bunch of money to be able to
Sorry,
make a
Muppet.
bunch of money. If you're trying
Muppet
to
Best Girl.
Rip.
I mean, there are like trade-offs.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna,
Ow!
you can
Fuck!
get a
I just
loan.
hit. Oh, fuck my hip flexor.
Okay, bro.
Oh!
Scooter.
Well, I mean, if you know you're gonna make a bunch
Ow.
of money, then you could just get a loan.
That's fucking sad.
Rip.
Yeah, and then the idea is everyone just gets a loan and they have their magical degree, but they were bad, and then they got a degree in liberal arts or business degree in communication, which is
Like, if
good
you
for
know-
nothing.
If you get a loan for something, like if you go to college,
But
and
college
you're
isn't
rich-
necessarily like it gets you
I
a
think-
degree, but it's not necessarily a free job.
I think too many people think that college is mandatory, personally, just because I feel like, I've said this a million times, but like, I think if you have a certain job in mind, you should 1000% go to college, but if you're like, I don't know, I'm just going
I'll go to college
for
and
fun,
then find out.
I feel like that's often, not always, but often not a good thing. And it's like sometimes it works out. Like I think it's working out for Connor a little bit, where he just did the general, I don't remember what it's called, just the general education, and then you kind of
Kinda figure it out
learn
from there.
what path, but that doesn't always work for everyone.
No.
And it's like I do know some people that went to college and it just did not work out, and it's like they had debt until they were like 35 or whatever.
yeah, like, if you're gonna get a loan for college, don't go to like liberal arts or some bullshit.
Yeah, because they get a loan for college and then just to go to college, not to
Not
like get a
to
good
say.
degree.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna go to college, just go for like doctor, lawyer.
But most people aren't smart enough to get into colleges that are good enough to get into good schools like that, or even have the ambition to do so.
Like,
Bro,
what
it
do you
doesn't have
mean?
the fucking awesome core music.
Most people aren't smart enough to get into it.
Right, I just want to see.
I mean, like schools like Virginia Tech, they're not the hardest to get into, but like they're respected in like their engineering stuff.
That's true.
No.
But you have to. I mean, you still have to apply separately to get into like medical schools.
True, but like that's why doctors are so good. Like if it's so easy, then the doctors won't be as good.
Okay, so this is the same.
Yeah, that's true. And you kind of need good doctors.
Exactly, because they're the ones that like it's a life or death situation.
So you can't. So I think we're overestimating how qualified people are in terms of like you know, if anybody can just go to college, but not everybody can be a good doctor. Like anybody who could be a good doctor is probably going to be a good doctor.
Yeah, see, I feel like also in some ways some requirements should be lowered because it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not the best, but like I would love to be a psychologist of some kind, like a therapist, but I don't want to go through 7+ years of college.
Yeah.
Like that's just ridiculous in my opinion. And I don't know, maybe I wouldn't be good, but it's still like I'm not even gonna try probably.
Yeah.
Like therapists, you need to get a PhD.
Yeah.
To get a job as a therapist.
But in psychology,
That's
which
just so
takes
much
a
work.
very long time, it's almost as long as freaking medical school.
Whoa, get it.
Getting a PhD sounds
Shoot.
awful.
Wow,
And
this
more.
is going to suck dick.
Jim,
It's
you know what your mom
horrible.
did for her PhD?
She went. So she had to do
Like,
4
what was
years
her
of college.
FYI, this is the best place to get food.
Like, do you know her?
I'll
like,
let you know heroes.
experiment thing?
So what she did is she went to William and Mary for.
No, like,
Oh, we got
you
so
know
much
the
money.
thing that she added to the community
Don't ask.
for the PhD.
I love this
Oh.
guy.
I have no idea.
Like, look at that spray. That's awesome.
Oh, my mom is a very qualified person. She went to William and Mary for technically 4 years of education, but had to work her way through it. So it took her 6 years to get through 4 years of college, technically. And she got into the PhD program at the University of Illinois, and that took her like a long ass time. And I heard it was really awful and it sucked, and it was actually not really worth her time. Because she got a PhD in chemistry, but it wasn't even like something she was super interested in doing. So then she got a master's in business associates,
Cause
which
that's
also
what
took like a long time.
that's what I mean. Like, it was kind of.
Because she has a PhD in chemistry, which basically means that she would have to be like a researcher, and she didn't want to do that.
I know, and it's like I feel like it did kind of potentially work out in the long run.
It really did for her because the job that she has now was she's definitely overqualified for it, but she might not have gotten the job hadn't she had that overqualification.
Yeah,
If that makes
which
sense.
I think.
What job does she have?
She works in finance. She evaluates. She used to be evaluating new technologies, specifically in
Yeah, she worked on like the new.
in biology.
Like one of the new phones. It's like the flip phone with the
She
screen.
did. That was a long time ago, but she did.
That was just the one I thought was like cool.
Yeah, she like the new like Samsungs that like flip.
Yeah, my friend is one.
Mm-hmm. She did.
She like worked on the glass.
Oh.
So she didn't really develop the technology
No,
because
but I mean, like-
it's an already existing technology.
Yeah.
But she
She like reviewed.
she reviews it and sees how it's like financially viable for the company to produce.
Because I remember, yeah, she told me for some reason she told me like tons about that.
Her coworker.
And just that she found like
that was like one of her
errors.
that was one of her favorite projects to work on, I think.
Yeah. My friend who has one of his pixels turned blue.
Yeah, it seems like a really shitty design. Why would you have
I
a
don't-
foldable phone? Because how do you everyone
It's like a
everyone with
freaking
2 brain cells gets a
DS.
case. You can't get a case for something that folds over without it being like super elaborate.
folding case.
Yeah.
Am I just fucked in the asshole? Do I have to completely do this in the core? Did I fuck up?
Yeah. Oh, like there's no more spawns left in hot. I think it's probably just anywhere, right?
Like cannot get past these force fields. I'm,
I
like,
think it's probably
stuck.
just gating off parts of story, right? That you wouldn't be doing. Anyway.
No, I can't
Hello,
get
you
back
good?
to the first area in Hotland that's best for farming.
Are you okay?
Oh. Oh shit, you can't. Did you not take an elevator to get there?
No, it's like there's a part with Metaton. It's like one way.
No.
I might have fucked up.
When was the last time you saved?
I saved in the core.
Oh. So where's the second place to farm? Go down. You need to go down.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Dang it!
It's okay.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it did work out for your mom, but I feel like for some and most people, it doesn't always work out.
Just because it has worked out, that does not necessarily mean it is going to.
Yeah.
Cactus.
Does she like her job? Or does she just like...
The one that she's doing, well, okay, I'll say the one that I just described was one that she did do. Now she's evaluating companies, like entire companies, and seeing how the products they produce will be financially viable to other companies. If that makes sense. Just like on a bigger scale.
Compared to?
Something like, it's like, alright, we have this new technology, we want to start a company for it. Like, should we do that? Or should we just like sell this to someone else? Then she'll like see if it would make sense to develop that technology.
That's cool.
I think she's pretty much doing it just to provide, not necessarily because she likes it super much.
Because that's gonna sound fucking gay, but like your dad still doesn't really do anything, right?
My dad does, for the company that my mom and dad started a couple years ago, he does a little bit of work.
Okay.
He has to do like, we don't have like any projects we're working on, but he still has to do monthly reports for like projects we have but are in stasis. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he gets paid a little bit. But
Well, I guess it's not a walk in the corner.
but my dad, he worked like for 20 years straight. Like all the time. And there was a period of time where he got like super fat because he was stressing all the time.
I remember that, dude. He was like
My dad-
so stressed anytime I saw him.
Yeah. He was a chunky monkey. Can you go to the right? I thought
Here?
the king of the hill. No.
I mean outside.
Yeah.
You want to see those girls?
I don't.
Caddy and Bratty.
Are they even there?
I don't think so.
Nobody came this time.
Nice.
Fine. Mystery key. What does it do?
Mystery key.
Probably to someone's house. Lol. Oh, what does that do?
Isn't it Naps the Blue's house?
I
don't even think
Oh,
we
don't forget
can
the
get
cowboy hat.
Oh yeah, that's spicy.
Attack up and warm. Oh, that sounds good. Empty gun. But
I
then
think
that doesn't
I
give
kind of
you
like
the health
ours.
bonus.
Yeah.
Get some junk food.
No, we don't need it. I mean, I guess it's free. But I don't care right now. Oh damn, we still have the old
Oh, wait.
defense 10. Yeah, okay.
It is.
Let me sell some shit to this guy.
Unlocks the building next to Napstabluke's house.
Yeah.
Not Napstabluke's house, the building next to it.
Yeah. The pink one.
We've never been in there.
No, but I don't think we can get there.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, fast travel.
I can't anymore. I can't get to that area, I don't think. That's what I meant. Like, I think I'm stuck in
Oh.
Hotland, like in the core area. Wait. Oh, I want to kill him. Can I kill you?
She's not scared.
Like, I'm a god of destruction here. I should kill you. Yeah, is there like a way I can get back? Like, am I just screwed? Did I screw it up? We can farm in the core, it'll just take forever. Are people opposed to me throwing away the old tutu?
No.
I'm surprised you didn't throw it away.
I was hoping to sell it.
It's old.
And the tough glove.
Oh no. Jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, why did Toby Fox put this grinding portion in the game? I wish Sans was like
I think
here. I wish he was. I wish he was more involved.
more present.
Because he's
Yeah,
really
yes.
only in Snowden. Like he's more involved in the.
He's everywhere in the normal game.
Yeah.
I think in some ways he did that on purpose. I think he's walking here. To make the killing seem unfun. You know?
It's fucking gay.
like being a genocide asshole is not fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be miserable.
If you don't want to have to like sit here and grind the entire time, we can trade off.
I might take you up on that later. Oh shoot. I keep on thinking that I'm gonna get grazing from like
From Deltarune.
Deltarune and Topo.
Sad.
That'd be very nice.
I'm so hungry, but I can't eat.
You want my burrito?
No. What'd you have on it?
Barbacoa, cheese, rice, brown rice,
Okay, so
and the salsa.
you don't get beans on it, do you?
No, I don't really like beans.
Is it green salsa?
No, it's corn salsa, which you don't really like, right?
I like corn. No.
Corn. Dude, this area sucks to grind, and it doesn't even have the good music. The core is like probably my third favorite song.
It's an interesting area.
Oh, hello.
Oh, this is how you get the big guys. I had the noises for the like it.
Let's have a political conversation again. It was fun.
I like that.
I enjoyed it too.
It's fun arguing.
What were we on about? We were kind of in the middle of something, and I feel like
I'm being a libtard.
Oh, no, you're not.
The liberal agenda.
That's just you're being more liberal. I'm being more conservative. I feel like Logan's pretty.
Night Night is the best guy in this game.
He is awesome.
He's scary. Oh, he's like an owl on his stomach.
I mean, like,
What is happening? I'm like.
before I was more like, with the money thing, I was more like a tax. And then, like, I was just thinking, like,
Tax who?
if I really, like, the rich. Like,
Okay.
if I really worked that hard and, like,
But
I would
again,
be so
would go to my
pissed.
grandkids. Like,
again, my argument is how much harder are they actually working than somebody who is poor?
Well, it depends on
Because
the
people
person.
who are poor aren't necessarily not working hard. If they could just
Like-
work hard, then they wouldn't be poor.
well, in high school, you can't really think about this.
I don't know, because it's complicated. Because it's like, I definitely would argue that people who work.
You should go heal.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. People who work in like retail and stuff, I think work much physically harder.
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't know,
The
people-
thing is that
28 already. We're chilling.
like there's no ambition there, you know.
Exactly. I think it's like with super rich like Jeff Bezos people.
Mhm.
It's like they had several years where they were very mentally stressed,
Mm.
and they didn't do much like physical work.
Yeah.
Wait, which
They
one's
use their
which?
brain, like, high IQ.
But then it's like I think later they do just way easier work,
Mhm.
and I don't like that. I think that's kind of sus balls.
And it's like not even that much that like business like the issue is that business CEOs really don't get paid that much salary, which is how they are able to get away with not being taxed super much. They just have a lot of money in stocks for their own companies, and they
Like,
ensure
that's what
their
kinda
company
Donald
does
Trump
well,
did.
and then they make more money. What's
I
that?
don't know.
Well, like, they don't
Hopefully that
really have
unlocked the
money.
fucking elevator thing.
Exactly. Like Elon Musk, his net worth is like $200 billion or whatever,
Like I think
But-
he's not actually
but
that
he
rich,
doesn't have very much money in cash.
but he doesn't really need it. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. So like whenever he needs money,
He
he
can
just sells the stock.
Kind of build a car. Like,
Yeah.
kind of.
See, Elon Musk, the thing that separates him from everything else is that he's kind of like, I mean, he's kind of an asshole, but he's kind of a genius, right? I mean, like
He is very smart.
he's very business savvy. I mean, he's like autistic, right?
In a good way.
In a good way. Autistic in a good way, of course. Was it not in a good
Like
way?
Tyler. No. Tyler, good way. Good way.
So
It's
I don't know why I looked at him just like that.
I refuse to accept.
I only submit.
It's
I
okay.
can tell.
Dude, it's like if you mess that up, it does no damage.
Yeah. No mess up.
Kind
But-
of happy we don't have to do a boss with this weapon.
But I feel like what else is fucking insane that I've realized recently is that NFL players get paid a shit ton of
I
money.
think athletes and actors get paid too much.
Actors-
NFL.
Because I think it's easy work, kind of. Now
No, no,
sports,
no.
See, but the thing is with football, in some cases you could be like risking
I know
your life
will
to entertain
fuck
people.
you up.
No. Let me tell you about this. My friend Daniel, his dad got fucked up.
Yeah, he got fucked up hard, right?
Like, he deserves all that money and more. Like, imagine, like, basically giving yourself for the rest of your life migraines every day. Like, you can't go to pools, you can't, like, do all this stuff. You can't even have another job just to get a ton of money. Like, they deserve all that.
That is true. I'm not saying that they're like undeserving of it.
In a way, but I feel like besides entertainment, comparatively, I feel like they're not doing much for society.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, especially like really big players, they can provide a lot of inspiration to people.
Definitely. I mean, it's like a superhero in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
But
I feel like inspiration plays a big role into people's motivation to do well, which in turn will make them want to be good too. Like, if we look back into like, if we talk to, football players and basketball players today, they're like, what was your biggest inspiration? They're like, oh, this famous player in the same sport that I'm doing now. Yeah, Shaq Hollings. And he said, oh, fuck.
let me just see.
So they're inspirational to other people to like, pursue what they will and do well, but it's like, they get paid too much money. The quarterback for the Buffalo Bills gets paid $400 million a year.
Like that,
which is $200 million after taxes.
Is way.
Like that's
ridiculous.
What does somebody do with that much money?
Because I feel like a lot of them now, like older athletes, in my opinion, like in the 80s, definitely were like an inspiration. But I feel like now they're a little more full of themselves, and they think like, well, I'm a big sports guy. I'm important. I'm better than you.
They're not very inspirational anymore. Because they were the ones who were inspired.
Exactly.
Which is why I kind of have the belief that we're in like a gap year in terms of like people.
I really believe that. I really do. Like if you look, like the American population
like
is going
millennials,
down, bro.
Millennials
Millennials fucking suck as a shit.
They're like useless.
No offense.
Like they have shitty degrees. They bitch a lot. They don't really do anything for our society.
Well, it's only the shitty ones that talk.
Well, yeah, but like. Our economy took a shit. A lot of millennials are lazy, unmotivated, garbage.
Well,
it's like
shitty ones.
Well, yeah, but it's like, look, but like the quote that's like, strong men, or like
yeah, dude, we talk about this every day. I swear.
Men go through hard times to become strong men. Strong men create good times, and then good times create weak men. I feel like millennials were living in the good times and became weak people.
Well, there's some that did that, but others.
I know. I do think though that a vast majority of them are kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say selfish, but
I mean, obviously we're thinking like stereotypes here, but it's like what's a millennial who's done something for society?
Definitely.
I mean,
but like name a couple.
Mr. Beast.
I mean, yeah.
There are definitely some, and I think
the younger millennials have done a lot more. But like,
that's what I was saying though.
People who are like 30, they're like useless.
Like the ones that don't talk loud. Like that's the ones that you really think about. But
the older end of the millennials are definitely a lot shittier.
I disagree actually. I think younger millennials, like middle-aged millennials, are
we killed the queen. Yes, like 30.
Because it's like, I think 35 is like the.
Well, I think.
Right?
I don't know. At what point what's the youngest Gen Xer?
I thought the youngest Gen Xer is like 37 or something.
No, older than that.
Older?
Yeah, like way older. Like low 40s.
What? The oldest one?
You should look that up.
The youngest Gen Xer.
Because I know, like, my aunt, who's like, or my great aunt, who's like 60-something, is almost Gen X. And my dad's like 52, he's definitely Gen X.
Like, saying that they don't do anything is like wrong because like society is still being improved, but if you think back like 10 years, a lot has changed.
The youngest is 42.
Much.
Oh, shit. I was right.
So that means the oldest millennial will be 41.
Yeah, you're right. Damn.
Yeah, they are old people.
See, I don't know. In my opinion, the older millennials that I know are very harmless, and it's like they just make good copy. That's all they do.
Yeah.
And it's like they do an okay job, but the ones who are like 30 complain about everything. or 25 to 30.
What's the youngest Gen Z?
Youngest
What I'm
Gen-
saying is, like, I feel like this is gonna be the generation that creates the good times, because
Oh.
we've had to struggle through a lot of BS. Not like us specifically, but like the world that we're living in.
I think
is
the
hard
world we
times.
lived in, like we're living in now, is kind of screwed up. And honestly, like what you said earlier, Logan, I kind of disagree. I think we've kind of devolved in the last like 10 or so years.
The youngest person to be a Gen Z was born in 1996.
That's the oldest, I guess.
Yeah, so somebody who's born in 1996 would be Gen Z.
I'd say the youngest is 2022.
No, because we're in Gen Alpha right now.
Alpha? I forgot about that.
All of those kids are going to be, you know, drooling and watching Coco Melon because their parents don't want to raise them, and they're going to be a weak generation.
Or are they going to be a strong generation because they were
Because they're watching Coco Melon.
neglected? And it's like, I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore. I'm going to go out and fucking do something with my life. And not
See,
watch
no,
Coco
because
Melon all the fucking day.
in my opinion, the millennials are raising these Gen Z kids or these Gen Alpha kids on Coco Melon, and they're just going to be, you know, garbage, right?
Well, there's probably going to be a lot more opportunities with technology and stuff, so they're probably going to be smarter.
I mean, yeah, but human beings get smarter every day.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. Like, I'm not.
Not all, but technology always advances. Like, we're not ever going to go backwards.
No, but I feel like technology is kind of going sideways. It's like not evolving in a useful way.
It's going for style.
It's
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, it's just like gimmicky now, in my opinion. But I don't know. Like I've been looking at like a lot of kind of retro video game stuff, and it's like looking at graphics compared to.
Like, we've kind of peaked a little bit.
In a way, I feel like we've kind of capped with some stuff. So instead of trying to go even further, we're just like, well, face recognition, I guess.
We're just inventing new stuff just for the sake of being new. You know
Yeah.
what you're trying to say?
Kind
Yeah,
of.
I guess that makes sense. That's a lot of money. You're gonna get troll a little. No.
Hopefully. I was wishing I could get attacked or something.
I wish there's a monster somewhere. Fuck.
This is terrible.
Are you supposed to grind in the first portion of Hotland? Like, is there no more monsters for you to kill here?
Oh fuck. Might be screwed.
That would be okay. Because there was no monsters that spawned.
No. Yeah, you might want to look that up. I might have scuffed it. I would feel so bad about that.
Is there nothing you can do?
Well, no, that's what I would like James to look
Like,
it
I
up.
couldn't go back. That'd be pretty shitty, honestly.
Because I thought the core was technically a different area. But I haven't gotten the but nobody came yet. But I don't know, maybe that's... I don't know.
Maybe the spawn rate is just really low.
Like, this is ridiculous. 21 left? It's gonna take like hours. Maybe if I like leave and come back.
Dude, remember when Trump wanted to build a wall around China?
That's not a thing he ever said.
Mexico.
Alright, dude,
China,
that was
Mexico.
fucking stupid. I just gotta say, to me, that was like insane.
Honestly.
I don't know why people suppose that.
People wanted a figurative wall, not a literal wall.
So it just says that, like, you're only fucked up if you go past Madison at this point. So I feel like the encounter rate is just really low.
I could see how like Northerners were like, oh no, we want to keep.
I don't know. What do you guys think about?
So I think immigration is genuinely a good thing, because as America advances as a country, people are gonna stop wanting to choose jobs that have a lot of manual labor into them. Like, do you know anybody who's like, yeah, I want to go into a hot field and pick strawberries?
Cut grass and stuff.
Yeah, But it's like, you know, Hispanic people are coming here from a country that has like no money for them to make, and they're just looking for work to do.
Well, that also makes
I don't know.
looking for a job harder.
I just feel like
But
it's
we
really
have
complicated.
so many fucking jobs right now.
I know, because no one
'Cause
wants to
everyone-
work.
especially with
Everyone
COVID.
sucked
Especially with COVID, everyone has realized that they can just like not work.
up. Well, they just think they're worth more than they actually are.
That's true.
That's what my uncle was saying.
I kind of agree with that. Your elevator is very self-righteous. But
Like,
I don't know, because like, I feel like that
do understand what
almost
you're saying, though.
shouldn't be an issue. It's like,
I feel like I can.
yeah, there you go. You have fun, James. Maybe we can farm here, but I don't think so.
I mean, you gotta be able to, right? Like, just,
people just have a high opinion of themselves. for no
Yeah.
reason.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like there are so many jobs right now, but there shouldn't be. Like, if people just got off the freaking couch and got one of those jobs, I feel like that would be so useful.
because everyone like with COVID and everyone realized like, hey, not working is
You can
kind of
work
awesome.
from home
And then-
or not work.
And then people were just making money off of unemployment checks.
I know, which I think is stupid.
Should limit those.
I
Yeah.
really think unemployment and like even some of the stuff with like single moms should just be
We should
changed.
we should just kill all single moms.
Yeah, tax single moms.
Kill all parents.
Because
Logan,
in
you've
my-
been reading a lot of inspirational shirts, haven't you?
My experience, it's like, yeah, freaking inner city, like, you know, poor black women are getting the short end of the stick and not getting, like, too many food stamps. But then it's like, other people who are rich are getting them. Like, I know tons of people who are, like, very rich single mothers who are exploiting it and getting, like, tons of freaking food stamps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I think that's retarded. I don't feel like that should be a thing. Or it's like the people who need it, I feel like, are not getting it.
Yeah.
But
I
maybe
see what
that's
you
just me.
mean. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, the people who don't need it probably have more time to research about, like, how to get it more efficiently and how to scam it. Definitely.
In a way.
This is fucking stupid. Because I feel like there's no place to where we can even do encounters.
I don't know, you can't do them here.
Yeah. Just walking around.
That's fine. I don't know,
The
it's stupid that you
eerie
can't go backwards.
Mhm.
Like, why?
Like, why doesn't... Oh, maybe there's a switch you have to hit to turn the...
Things off, but like, I don't know what it would be.
Look up, go to like an IGN guide and look up, This is where I just was, wasn't it? This is Madison's house. Look up a genocide route guide.
Audrey was very excited about telling people about the freaking fish.
Yeah, I was really mad.
I got really mad about that.
I felt bad for you because
Like,
I
I
was
got mad
frustrated.
that, like, it was
The
just
force
sad and you
field.
didn't want to hear it, and I could understand that.
Yeah. She's pretty tone deaf.
Yeah.
Little sister.
I don't know, offense, but I feel like your whole family kind of
Yeah.
is like logical like that, where it's like
It's just like all the.
Oh, I can find
emotions
right here.
are fucking gay.
What'd you say, Logan?
Yeah, just a little bit autistic in a good way.
Thank you, Logan. Let's go to the table. I feel like you can farm right there in front of the core.
See, I feel like you should just be able to go backwards here.
Oh. Right.
What am I looking for? Undertale.
Undertype.
Undertide. Genocide.
I think you might
Guys,
just...
we should just make taxes equal and like make it a little less.
Everybody should just be
difference in pay.
taxed like... What's a good amount?
No,
Because there's
we
so many
should
different
just-
kinds of
we should
taxes.
just
Also, I
make it
think
easier to be deducted
Taxes
and
should be
taxed
worked into
deductible.
more things.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I hate
not
it.
everybody can be a doctor. And not everybody should be a doctor. Like, we need more
No.
doctors, but that just means we need smarter, more intelligent people.
So we need to put more into the school systems. And we need to make it so like being smart is cool.
Yeah,
Because like
it's
some
like...
people goof off and like, oh, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to like this school. And I'm just gonna.
Because the school system doesn't work.
Mhm.
Fundamentally. It's like, from, it's like most human beings I feel like are doomed from the start, just having to be put in the school system.
Yeah, I think the school system right now is really bad.
Like, it helps socially, but that's just basically.
But for some people, it kills them socially.
Oh.
I mean, there's people who are either don't like people or are socially inept, and they just really don't. Ian, is this the beginning?
Yes, how'd you get there?
I don't know.
What?
Wait here.
Bro, it was off
You must have
earlier.
turned. You must have turned the switch.
I was spamming the switch. Yo, dude, let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Let's go.
What were you saying,
I'm
James?
so excited about that. I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
So sorry.
I'm pretty excited about this,
School
too.
system.
Oh. Because, I mean, like, what if there's a kid who just doesn't want to be there, right? They're not going to put in any effort. They don't want to...
Which
Take
I
it
feel
out
like
the
a
school
lot of
system.
kids are like that
But
now because
what
there's no
if this
incentive.
child is the child of a single mother who has to work 3 jobs?
But then she would probably be working a few jobs.
Yes, but then the kid can't be raised
I
because
know.
there's no parent to raise them.
Also,
So
it's
they have
like
to be put
if
in
they're
the school system.
working, they're not gonna have time to freaking care.
Yeah. And there's some people who have a kid and just don't care to raise that kid.
Which goes back to abortion,
Don't have
I think. Where it's like, yeah, I feel like in that case, it's like if this kid's gonna have a miserable life, just freaking get an abortion.
Mm-hmm. Is the frying pan
There's
the best
some
item?
abortions.
No, the knife is better.
No.
There's the real knife or whatever.
Sorry, I let it go on.
No, that's a good point.
I didn't hear what point you
I
made.
know. I'm sorry, I talked over you.
Just make them easy.
Whoa, what the hell?
Oh. Yeah,
What do you
just-
mean, make them easy?
It's like,
Easy to get.
it's like so
Oh.
political now. They
Not
should just make it.
I know it's
Mhm.
politicized, and I feel like it shouldn't be. Like, why should women's health be politicized like that?
Mm.
And like, if you want to get an abortion, it's like illegal in some countries, and you have to travel like a bajillion years to put it. It's like a bajillion
Texas.
dollars.
We should just annex Texas.
Like,
Get out of here.
some-
Remove it.
Some people should
Texas is
go
awesome.
into-
Have you ever been there?
It's full of racists and retards.
I
Like,
fucking
that's
love
why-
Texas.
I've never been there actually.
Like, okay, honestly, the least bigoted place I've ever been to. Like, they're
Really?
so nice to everyone. In my experience, yeah, I'm a white guy.
So
But-
a white male.
However, I don't know. I've met
Granted,
way more racists
granted
in
being
other places.
being red is not indicative of being racist. However, there's a, you know, if you pull out the charts, a pretty good percentage of people who are Republican are also racist.
Wow.
I'm also like, I don't know. We're the most like freaking whatchamacallit, it's like Confederates. That's what I'm curious about.
Confederates. What do you mean?
Like people who are into the Confederacy.
People are bringing a lot of old ideas back.
I don't know.
Which is
Like-
bad.
So not the actual ideas, just like retarded versions.
Guys, what if we like removed all the black people from Texas and all the white people just like
There are
Texas?
no black people in Texas. That's the thing.
It's true.
That was one weird thing I did notice. It's like, I know I bring this up, but like, we live in such like a diverse state.
We really do.
Like I was so shocked, like going to other places, and it's like there are not like black people everywhere. That's so weird.
Mm.
That sounds like kind of messed up. I don't mean it in that.
I mean,
weird.
it's merely an observation.
Like I always thought as a kid that it was pretty even between races.
Yeah, it's really not. There's just like a lot of, fucking.
Hey, at least we know how to get back.
That's true.
So that is the best area to farm, I think.
Where?
Where you just were with the conveyor belts. But
Oh, yeah, let's go back.
this is horrible.
It's the worst Let's Play I've ever filmed. I filmed like
Honestly,
2 Let's Plays.
I don't even care.
Well, actually, done a lot of Let's Plays. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, we're masters.
I haven't uploaded like half of them,
Yes,
but
think of it like this. So,
editing is
going
really
back
hard.
to the taxing thing.
It's not
Think
hard.
of
It's
like
time
you
consuming.
made enough money, you worked hard enough, so your grandkids don't have to worry about like college and stuff.
But like,
like,
are
you
you really
saved
are you
all
really
this
working
money
for your
for-
grandkids?
Yes,
Some people are.
I would want to.
But it's like I feel like that's more so an afterthought. You should be able to. You should just focus on being able to raise the kids you have.
But if you could focus so hard that you were able to focus on your grandkids too,
Yeah.
if that wasn't a problem for you, would you want to?
I mean, yeah, of course. If it wouldn't be like out of the way, but it's not like everybody should. It's not everyone should be able to do that. People should be able to do that after they have already been able to commit to like a minimal goal, which is being able to provide for the children you already
Like,
have.
if you want to work hard enough.
See, I don't know. I feel like people should be free to do what they want with that. Like, I don't want to provide for my kids. I want them to forge their own path, or I want to provide for my great grandkids or whatever. I feel like that should be up to the individual in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, hoarding like millions of dollars that could save someone's life,
Yeah.
I feel like is a dick move. But if
How
it's
much is
just,
it?
I feel like somebody who's hoarding billions of dollars while the people who work for them don't make that much money. Well, not billions of dollars, but don't make enough money to feed their kids. Then you got a problem there.
yeah, that was
right?
one thing. Like, I'm not gonna work at Spirit again. That was one thing that really bothered me.
Mhm.
They make in 3 months $1 billion, like $1.5 billion
Mhm.
annually.
And
And-
your wage was $11 per hour, right?
$11 per hour.
You can make
but-
that. You can make more than that literally anywhere else.
I know, and a lot of the executives on like the freaking board
Mm-hmm.
make like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's like I think their base pay is like $300,000, and then if they make a certain amount of money, they get a $200,000 bonus, and that's
Yeah.
just absurd to me. And here we are making $11 per freaking hour.
Yeah. I feel like people should be able to get a job that provides enough for them minimally without having to struggle. And if they want to do more than that, then that is up to the user.
I know, like I think about that a lot because like my grandma used to give me a lot of money.
Mhm.
I mean, she still does. And it's like, I would get a birthday card with like 50 or a freaking $100 in it.
Mhm.
And it's like, that's almost 10 hours of work.
Yeah.
And that's insane. And it's like, for some people, it's like, this $100 freaking birthday card could like feed their kids for like 2 weeks. And it's like, people struggle for that. And I just think that's crazy.
Well, like, people would want to give it to their kids rather than to give it to some random people that they don't know.
But yeah.
And also,
I'm
real
saying
quick- What?
I just wanted to do that.
What?
I just did check. I feel like, but alright, look. I'm not really talking about people who are just very wealthy and have like a couple
You're
billion
talking
dollars
about
as their
like
net worth. I'm
the
talking about
1%.
the 1% of the 1%. They have enough money to provide for, thousands of generations of their
It's
kids.
not an argument. That's just like something
I know,
that they can agree on.
And I would like to say
so
though.
what I'm saying is that, because you keep making counter arguments.
Well,
What
I
I'm
want
saying,
to argue. And that's not an arguable thing.
But like,
Yeah.
I know that's true.
I'm just talking about how it's total BS. That's the situation that we live in.
I know two things.
And
two
people,
things.
yeah.
A, for tax reasons, a lot of times it's very difficult for them to give away that money,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of poo-poo stupid.
Mhm.
But they are greedy. The second thing, I also think it's stupid that the poor people get taxed so much. Like,
Part of you, I mean,
again, that $11
if you
got
make less
heavily
than-
taxed.
if you are not in the income tax bracket, if you make less than $12,000 per year, which isn't even enough money to have a place to live.
I know, $1,000 per month. Like,
Yeah.
That's basically as much
it's
as a
barely
teacher gets paid.
enough for food,
I think teachers get paid 25,
Still.
which is absurd.
which is absurd. Which is like,
And you gotta buy your own materials and stuff.
did they actually make them pay for their own school supplies?
Yes.
That
A
You
lot
can
of
see
them.
it.
that sounds criminal.
Maybe not like pencils, but like I think a lot of art teachers pay for their
own
stuff.
And like pencils, highlighters, and that's basically all they get.
That's not really enough to run a classroom.
Exactly. So I feel like it's even less of an incentive to educate the kids well. And the people who are gonna take it are just weird, desperate people.
Yeah. I feel so bad every time I do that. Like that crashing boom sound effect is just
It's
like
sad.
it's killing me.
Oh my god.
But I'm saying if we had people who were in office who were good, decent people, wouldn't they be fighting for people's rights, or like teachers to, not have to pay for their own shit? Wouldn't they be fighting for people who weren't, struggling, right? This is kind of just based off of X equals Y, right? But like, obviously we don't have good people in office because they're not doing something that good people would do.
I'm so confused by that statement.
So I'm saying, like, we have people struggling every day, and we have people with the powers to, at least help them a little bit, but they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, I do feel like there's kind of, I don't want to say neglect, but like people don't care.
Yeah. And it's like, you've been appointed power to make decisions that benefit America, not, your rich billionaire friends that are the 1% of 1%.
I know, a lot of politicians just suck each other off all day.
They do. That's all they do.
And line their own pockets, because it's like,
It's,
I think
if you were a charismatic person and you got in office, it's just free fucking money.
Exactly. And it's like, I think it should be this way, but politicians, like, their actual salary is pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them do really shady crap.
Yeah.
That gets them so much money.
So much fucking money.
Like, Donald Trump, especially the Pelosi's, freaking, the Clintons, like, everyone, really.
Just look at how many fucking politicians were on Epstein goddamn island.
I know, like, I feel like that should tell you something.
Yeah, about the type of people who are in that position of power.
Which I think is so weird. Like, I don't know, and people don't seem to care. Like, your average Joe, but maybe I'm wrong. Because it's just, they're so charismatic, and all they see is whatever on like social media or online. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think you had a good point there.
It's like they only see one side of everything. They only see what the politicians want.
Yeah.
No matter, if it's Republican, Democrat, whatever.
It's like, if you're a Republican, you listen to every word that Donald Trump says. If you're a Democrat, you listen to every single word Joe Biden says without questioning anything.
And I think that's really unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like, you should really form your own opinions.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I think back to, like, YouTube stuff as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I didn't do this too much, but a lot of people would just copy and paste opinions from, like, a YouTube video they saw.
Exactly.
And I feel like people
I
are
would say I'm a
applying
victim
that.
of doing that.
Yes. Where it's just like, well, this guy on the internet said this video game was bad. They called it a Nintendo shitcube, so therefore, it's a bad console.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
With no personal experience of it whatsoever.
well, this person said I should shoot up Nazi guys, and by Nazis I mean Jews, so I'm going to do that now.
You gotta say that differently somehow so I can understand what you just said.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little kooky.
Nazi guys, but actually they're Jews.
It's like a 4-year-old telling their dream.
I was getting shot at by the Nazis, and then I looked over again.
No,
and
it's
they
just
were
like-
Jews, and they were shooting me, and I was Nazis.
Like, a ridiculous opinion. Like, people are copy and pasting their opinions like they did with YouTube videos, but those opinions are just
Let's talk about conspiracy.
retarded.
We're like
Conspiracy theorists or conspiracy
Alex
theories?
Jones is like, hey guys, what if Hillary Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein? I don't think so. What if Hillary Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein?
All right.
And then everyone's like,
Hear me
what
out.
evidence?
Hear me out, gamers.
Kind of interested that
There's some evidence.
the camera feed cut out as he was hanging himself, quote unquote, and the security guard just so happened to have fallen asleep on the job while he was dying.
I'm just saying, that's a little sus.
But Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton did not do it themselves, which is what Alex Jones suggested happened.
Yeah, she didn't sneak in there with a freaking, like, mask.
Yes. Holy
She might have not even done it.
shit.
But I do think someone did it. Honestly, I kind of think
I
he
feel
was
like
murdered.
he was probably. I think another part of that story too is that he was actually on the verge of confessing a bunch of shit.
Yes, that's the thing. I think he was gonna do a tell-all. I don't know about who,
Probably a lot of people.
I mean, probably. So I think any one of those people could have healed him.
Yeah.
And it's just,
You can't really go investigate into them because that would make people really mad.
I mean, I'm not even sure if any more really would. Like, people just don't seem to care about stuff like that.